Struggling with stubborn belly fat can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're doing all the right things, eating clean, exercising, and yet seeing little change. Often, the problem isn't a lack of effort, it's a hidden layer beneath the surface. Chronic inflammation, subtle hormonal imbalances, and a disrupted gut microbiome can silently block your body from burning fat efficiently. Even with calorie control, your metabolism may be compromised, and your body's natural fat burning pathways remain dormant. What most people don't realize is that these issues are interconnected. Inflammation in the gut triggers a cascade of hormonal disturbances, insulin resistance, and even cravings that sabotage weight loss. Meanwhile, your microbiome, the community of bacteria in your digestive tract, plays a pivotal role in energy regulation, digestion, and the signaling pathways that tell your body to store or release fat. When the gut is out of balance, fat burning slows down, bloating increases, and energy levels plummet. Science shows that targeted nutrition can address these root causes far more effectively than simply reducing calories. There is one particular food backed by research that works on multiple levels. It helps reduce inflammation, supports healthy hormone function, nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, and activates the metabolic pathways responsible for burning stubborn fat. By incorporating this food into your daily routine, you're not just eating, you're sending signals to your body to restore balance, optimize metabolism, and reclaim energy. This isn't about quick fixes or extreme diets. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to function at its best. The effect is cumulative, subtle at first, but over time creates a cascade of benefits that target belly fat, reduce bloating, and improve overall vitality. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the most overlooked obstacles when it comes to losing stubborn belly fat. Even with disciplined eating and regular exercise, the body can remain trapped in a state where fat storage, particularly around the visceral region, is favored over fat burning. The root of this problem often lies in the gut. When the balance of beneficial bacteria is disrupted, a condition known as gut dysbiosis, it triggers the release of pro-inflammatory molecules called cytokines. These cytokines act like internal alarm signals, telling the body that something is wrong and prompting stress, responses that shift energy toward survival rather than repair or fat burning processes. At the same time, chronic inflammation raises cortisol levels. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is designed to help the body respond to acute threats, but when it remains elevated due to ongoing low-grade stress, poor diet, or inflammation, it begins to interfere with insulin signaling. Insulin is critical for managing blood sugar, and when cells become resistant to it, glucose stays in the bloodstream longer, leading to more fat storage, particularly in the abdominal region. This explains why inflammation, stress, and insulin resistance often cluster together, creating a metabolic environment that actively resists fat loss. Reducing inflammation is therefore a cornerstone of effective fat loss. Targeted nutrition plays a central role here. Certain foods have been shown to lower levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines naturally, support hormone balance, and help restore gut microbiome health. This is where the secret food comes in. By introducing nutrients that calm inflammatory pathways, the body can begin to divert energy away from managing constant inflammation toward repair, detoxification, and metabolic activity. Over time, this shift helps awaken dormant fat, burning pathways, reduce bloating, and improve overall energy efficiency. From a physiological perspective, inflammation acts as an energy drain. Every immune response consumes calories and resources, meaning that chronic activation leaves the body in a constant state of depletion. Dr. Myhill emphasizes that when these inflammatory triggers are removed, the body can reallocate resources to essential functions like hormone regulation, tissue repair, and fat metabolism. By calming the inflammatory response, insulin sensitivity improves, cortisol levels stabilize, and the body's natural ability to burn stored fat is restored. Lifestyle factors also contribute to this cycle. Poor sleep, chronic psychological stress, environmental toxins, and a diet high in processed foods all reinforce inflammation, perpetuating visceral fat accumulation. Each of these stressors feeds the inflammatory loop, signaling the body to retain energy in the form of fat rather than expend it efficiently. The good news is that these triggers are modifiable. Strategic dietary choices, stress management techniques, and a focus on gut health create a multi-layered approach that addresses inflammation at its root rather than simply masking the symptoms. The effect of reducing inflammation extends beyond fat loss. Energy levels increase, cravings diminish, digestion improves, and overall resilience rises. This holistic perspective, championed by Dr. Myhill, frames fat loss not as a battle of willpower, but as a restoration of the body's natural balance. The secret food fits seamlessly into this approach, delivering anti-inflammatory compounds, probiotic fibers, and micronutrients that support metabolic pathways while nurturing the microbiome. By tackling inflammation, it initiates a cascade of physiological changes. Cortisol levels normalize, insulin resistance declines, and the body can finally access stored visceral fat as a usable energy source. Ultimately, addressing chronic inflammation is about more than aesthetics. It's about creating the optimal internal environment for energy efficiency, hormonal balance, and metabolic flexibility. The body is designed to burn fat when it's not constantly fighting inflammation, yet this fundamental principle is often overlooked in conventional weight loss strategies. By focusing on reducing inflammatory triggers through nutrition, lifestyle adjustments, and gut support, the body can reclaim its natural fat, burning rhythm, restore vitality, and reverse the cycle that drives stubborn belly fat. The gut microbiome plays a pivotal role in determining how our bodies store and burn fat, yet it's often overlooked in weight loss strategies. Within the digestive tract resides a complex ecosystem of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that communicate with our metabolism, immune system, and hormonal networks. When this balance is disrupted, a condition known as dysbiosis, the consequences extend far beyond digestive discomfort. Imbalanced gut bacteria can increase the extraction of calories from food, creating a scenario where even healthy meals contribute to fat storage rather than energy utilization. These microbial imbalances also influence cravings, particularly for sugar and processed carbohydrates, which further drive visceral fat accumulation and metabolic disruption. Gut dysbiosis contributes to systemic inflammation and disrupts the signaling pathways that regulate appetite, insulin sensitivity, and fat storage. When the gut lining becomes compromised or leaky, bacterial fragments and toxins can escape into the bloodstream, triggering immune responses that further elevate inflammatory markers. This combination of inflammation and microbial imbalance reinforces a cycle of poor metabolic signaling, insulin resistance, and stubborn belly fat that is difficult to overcome with diet and exercise alone. The secret food functions as a powerful ally in restoring gut balance. Its nutrients act as probiotics, selectively feeding beneficial bacteria, while also supporting the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which play a key role in reducing inflammation, nourishing colon cells, and regulating metabolic pathways. Butyrate in particular has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce visceral fat deposition, and enhance energy utilization. By promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and reducing harmful species, this food helps to restore a balanced microbiome, creating the conditions necessary for efficient fat metabolism. Improving gut integrity also directly impacts metabolic function. A healthy gut lining reduces bloating, stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents the inappropriate activation of inflammatory and stress pathways that favor fat storage. When the gut barrier is intact, nutrient absorption is optimized, hormonal signaling is normalized, and the body is better able to utilize stored fat for energy. Dr. Myhill often emphasizes that a healthy gut lining is the foundation of metabolism, hormone regulation, and long-term fat loss, and interventions that support gut repair are far more effective than restrictive dieting or temporary detoxes. The secret food works on multiple levels to strengthen the gut barrier. Its bioactive compounds help repair tight junctions between intestinal cells, reducing permeability and preventing the leakage of inflammatory molecules into the bloodstream. At the same time, its fiber content selectively feeds beneficial microbes, encouraging the production of metabolites that signal satiety, reduce sugar cravings, and promote fat oxidation. Over time, this dual action not only improves digestion and nutrient absorption, but also reprograms the body's metabolic priorities, shifting from fat storage to fat burning. The gut also communicates with the liver, pancreas, and adipose tissue, orchestrating hormonal signals that regulate glucose metabolism, appetite, and energy storage. When the microbiome is balanced, these signals become more precise, preventing the spikes in insulin that drive visceral fat accumulation and supporting stable energy levels throughout the day. This is why gut-focused strategies often lead to visible reductions in belly fat, improvements in energy, and decreased cravings without extreme dieting. Supporting the microbiome isn't just about weight, it's about creating a resilient, energy-efficient system that allows the body to thrive. By feeding beneficial bacteria, healing gut permeability, and reducing inflammation, the secret food acts as a keystone for metabolic recovery. It empowers the body to burn stored visceral fat naturally, restore hormonal balance, and stabilize energy levels in a way that temporary interventions cannot replicate. This integrated approach demonstrates why, as Dr. Myhill explains, gut health is not merely a digestive concern, it is central to long-term fat loss, hormone regulation, and overall vitality. Hormones are the master regulators of fat storage and energy balance, and when they fall out of alignment, even strict diet and exercise often fail to produce results. Insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, and estrogen each play a critical role in determining whether the body stores fat or burns it for energy. Insulin, for example, is responsible for managing blood sugar, and when it spikes repeatedly due to high-carb meals or sugar cravings, it signals the body to store energy as fat, particularly around the abdomen. Chronic elevation of cortisol, the stress hormone, exacerbates this effect by promoting visceral fat deposition, slowing metabolism, and increasing appetite for calorie-dense foods. Meanwhile, thyroid hormones regulate the speed of metabolism, and even subtle deficiencies can make fat loss feel impossible. Estrogen imbalances can also contribute to stubborn fat pockets, especially in the belly and hips, as the body attempts to store energy in anticipation of reproductive needs. Restoring hormonal balance is therefore essential for turning the body from a fat-storing state into a fat-burning state. The secret food plays a central role in this process because it supports hormone-friendly pathways on multiple fronts. Its nutrients help stabilize blood sugar by modulating glucose absorption and enhancing insulin sensitivity, reducing the peaks and crashes that drive cravings and fat storage. Simultaneously, bioactive compounds in the food help lower cortisol levels by moderating stress responses and calming inflammatory pathways, which are often intertwined with hormone disruption. Supporting thyroid function is another key aspect, as certain micronutrients in this food enhance the body's natural metabolic rate. allowing energy to be efficiently burned rather than stored as fat. Small, consistent dietary changes can make a substantial difference in hormonal regulation. Incorporating the secret food into daily meals ensures a steady supply of compounds that feed beneficial gut bacteria, reduce inflammation, and provide micronutrients essential for hormone synthesis. For example, adding it to breakfast with healthy fats or blending it into a midday smoothie can help prevent blood sugar spikes and stabilize energy. Including it in lunch or dinner recipes can support digestion, reduce bloating, and maintain balanced cortisol levels, creating an environment where the body naturally prioritizes fat burning over storage. Dr. Myhill often emphasizes that hormone balance is less about drastic interventions and more about consistent, targeted support. By focusing on foods that nourish the endocrine system, it becomes possible to shift the body's metabolic priorities. As hormone levels normalize, insulin resistance diminishes, cortisol stabilizes, and thyroid activity supports a higher metabolic rate. This shift allows the body to access stored visceral fat as a usable energy source, reducing abdominal fat without extreme restriction or exhaustive exercise. The secret food also promotes long-term resilience. Regular intake provides a foundation for stable hormones, improved energy, and reduced cravings, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where fat loss is sustainable. Over time, this approach retrains the body to operate in fat-burning mode, addressing the root causes of hormonal imbalance rather than masking them with medications or temporary fixes. Incorporating it into meals strategically, such as alongside protein and healthy fats, ensures maximum absorption and hormonal support, while also contributing to a satisfying, nutrient-dense diet that doesn't leave you feeling deprived. Ultimately, balancing hormones is about restoring the body's natural rhythm. By stabilizing blood sugar, lowering stress-related cortisol, and supporting thyroid and estrogen function, the secret food creates an internal environment where metabolism operates efficiently, cravings are reduced, and visceral fat is released as energy. This holistic approach, championed by Dr. Myhill, shows that sustainable fat loss is achieved not by calorie restriction alone, but by supporting the intricate hormonal networks that govern energy utilization and storage. The secret food at the heart of fat loss, gut repair, and hormone balance is turmeric, a vibrant golden root long recognized for its medicinal properties. Beyond its culinary use, turmeric contains bioactive compounds called curcuminoids, which are powerful anti-inflammatory agents and antioxidants. These compounds modulate inflammatory pathways by reducing pro-inflammatory cytokines, calm oxidative stress, and create an internal environment that supports efficient metabolism and fat burning. Curcumin, the most active component, has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, balance blood sugar, and promote beneficial gut bacteria, making it a uniquely potent ally in tackling visceral fat. Fiber and phytonutrients within turmeric also contribute to its fat-burning effects. The fiber feeds healthy gut microbes, encouraging the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which have systemic benefits for metabolic function, appetite regulation, and fat oxidation. These metabolites support a healthy gut lining, reduce bloating, and improve nutrient absorption, ensuring that the body efficiently utilizes the food consumed rather than storing excess energy as fat. Antioxidants in turmeric protect mitochondria, the cell's energy factories, from oxidative stress, enhancing their ability to generate ATP, which is essential for energy expenditure and metabolic recovery. Dr. Myhill often emphasizes the importance of mitochondrial support in fat loss, stating that by supporting mitochondrial function and reducing systemic inflammation, this food acts as a catalyst for metabolic recovery and fat loss. When mitochondria operate optimally, energy production increases, insulin sensitivity improves, and fat stores become a readily available fuel source. This is why turmeric works on multiple levels, simultaneously modulating inflammation, improving metabolic efficiency, and supporting hormonal balance. To maximize the absorption of curcumin, it should be paired with healthy fats such as olive oil or coconut oil and black pepper, which contains piperine to enhance bioavailability. Adding turmeric to scrambled eggs, smoothies with avocado, or roasted vegetables with olive oil not only increases absorption, but also complements other nutrient-dense foods that support metabolism. Regular inclusion in meals ensures consistent anti-inflammatory and metabolic benefits, creating a daily environment that encourages fat loss, gut repair, and hormone stabilization. Curcumin's influence extends beyond fat metabolism. It enhances mitochondrial biogenesis, helping the body increase the number and efficiency of energy producing cells, which is critical for sustaining long-term weight management and overall vitality. Simultaneously, its impact on gut bacteria reinforces a healthy microbiome, reducing the inflammatory triggers that suppress metabolism and drive fat storage. By combining these effects, turmeric provides a multi-layered approach, ensuring that metabolic pathways, hormone regulation, and fat-burning processes are all supported concurrently. The secret food also complements other dietary strategies. Pairing it with protein-rich meals stabilizes blood sugar, while inclusion in fiber-rich dishes ensures sustained energy release and optimal gut support. Over time, these small, strategic adjustments compound, allowing the body to shift naturally from storing fat to burning it efficiently. The consistency of intake is key, as the cumulative effects of curcumin on inflammation, insulin sensitivity, and mitochondrial function create a foundation for long-term metabolic resilience and sustained fat loss. By understanding the science behind turmeric, its role becomes clear. It is not a quick fix, but a strategic nutrient that restores internal balance. Anti-inflammatory compounds, antioxidants, fiber, and phytonutrients work together to reduce bloating, stabilize hormones, enhance mitochondrial function, and support the gut microbiome. The result is a body better equipped to access stored fat, maintain energy levels, and optimize metabolism, demonstrating how targeted nutrition can create lasting transformations in health and body composition. Incorporating the secret food into your daily routine can create noticeable changes in metabolism, energy levels, and fat loss in a surprisingly short period. When consumed consistently, it works to calm inflammation, restore gut balance, and support hormone regulation, setting the stage for the body to access stored fat more efficiently. Many people notice reductions in bloating, steadier energy throughout the day, and a gradual shrinking of abdominal fat within days to a few weeks, reflecting the interconnected nature of gut, hormone, and metabolic pathways. The science behind these rapid results lies in the cascade of effects initiated by a healthy microbiome. By feeding beneficial gut bacteria, the secret food encourages the production of metabolites like short-chain fatty acids, which strengthen the intestinal lining, reduce systemic inflammation, and support insulin sensitivity. Improved microbiome diversity directly influences hormone function. Cortisol levels stabilize, insulin signaling improves, and leptin, the satiety hormone, communicates effectively with the brain. This creates a metabolic environment in which fat-burning pathways can activate, cravings diminish, and energy utilization becomes more efficient. Dr. Myhill emphasizes that metabolic healing is cumulative. The body does not shift from fat storage to fat burning overnight, but targeted nutrition triggers self-repair mechanisms that gradually restore balance. Each meal containing the secret food reinforces these processes, helping the body allocate energy toward repair, digestion, and metabolism rather than inflammation and stress. The results are both immediate in the form of reduced bloating and improved digestion, and long-term in the form of restored metabolic flexibility and sustainable fat loss. A structured approach maximizes the benefits. Including the secret food in breakfast, lunch, and dinner ensures steady supply of anti-inflammatory compounds and gut-supporting nutrients. Pairing it with healthy fats and protein improves absorption, while hydration enhances cellular function and digestion. Sleep quality and stress management are equally important, as cortisol spikes from lack of rest or chronic stress can blunt metabolic improvements. By addressing these lifestyle factors alongside daily intake, the body can fully leverage the food's fat, burning potential, and hormonal support. Practical examples make integration simple. Add it to a morning smoothie with protein and healthy fats. Sprinkle it into soups or stir fries at lunch, or blend it into roasted vegetables for dinner. These small, consistent additions maintain a steady level of active compounds in the body, supporting ongoing reduction in inflammation, improved mitochondrial function, and stabilized blood sugar. Over time, this daily routine helps reset the body's internal signaling, allowing visceral fat to be accessed and burned naturally without extreme dietary restriction or excessive exercise. The connection between gut health, hormones, and metabolism underscores why the secret food is so effective. By nurturing beneficial bacteria, it reduces inflammatory triggers that compromise insulin and cortisol signaling. Stabilized blood sugar prevents fat storage and supports energy balance, while hormones involved in fat mobilization are activated. This integrated approach demonstrates that rapid results are not achieved through temporary fixes, but through consistent, targeted nutrition that allows the body to engage its own repair and fat-burning mechanisms. Ultimately, daily intake of this food empowers the body to reclaim its natural metabolic rhythm. Reduced bloating, enhanced energy, and gradual fat loss are reflections of the body's restored ability to process nutrients efficiently, regulate hormones, and burn stored fat. Dr. Myhill's principle is clear: cumulative, consistent support through targeted nutrition, combined with lifestyle practices like sleep, hydration, and stress management, creates long-term results. The transformation is not about quick fixes, but about giving the body the tools it needs to heal, balance, and thrive, unlocking fat, burning potential from the inside out. While the secret food is undeniably powerful in supporting fat loss, its effects are amplified when combined with holistic lifestyle habits that restore metabolic function. Full body metabolic restoration is not achieved through a single nutrient alone. It requires a synergy of sleep, stress reduction, movement, mindful eating, and avoidance of processed, inflammatory foods. Quality sleep is critical because hormonal regulation, including cortisol, insulin, and leptin, occurs predominantly during restorative rest. Chronic sleep deprivation disrupts these hormones, increases appetite, and slows fat burning, undermining the benefits of even the most targeted nutritional strategies. Stress management techniques, whether through mindfulness, breathing exercises, or moderate exercise, further ensure that cortisol remains balanced, creating an environment where the body prioritizes repair and metabolism over survival and fat storage. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating can complement the effects of the secret food by giving the digestive system time to reset, reducing insulin exposure and enhancing fat mobilization. Gentle movement, such as walking, yoga, or resistance training, stimulates circulation, supports mitochondrial health, and reinforces the body's ability to utilize energy efficiently. Avoiding processed foods, refined sugars, and inflammatory additives ensures that the pathways for insulin, leptin, and cortisol are not constantly triggered, allowing the body to respond fully to the anti-inflammatory and gut-supportive properties of the secret food. Pairing the secret food with a gut-friendly anti-inflammatory diet further magnifies its benefits. Consuming vegetables rich in fiber, healthy fats from nuts, seeds, and oils, and high-quality proteins creates a nutritional environment that supports microbiome diversity, reduces systemic inflammation, and stabilizes blood sugar. This combination allows the body to access stored visceral fat more readily, balance hormones, and improve energy metabolism. Over time, this integrated approach produces real-world results. A reduction in waist circumference, less bloating, more consistent energy levels, improved digestion, and even enhanced mental clarity and focus. Dr. Myhill emphasizes that metabolic restoration is a cumulative process, built through consistent, deliberate choices that address both nutrition and lifestyle. The secret food acts as a keystone, providing anti-inflammatory compounds, micronutrients, and gut-supportive fibers. But its effects are most profound when it is incorporated into a broader framework that includes proper sleep, stress management, hydration, and daily movement. These factors work together to reduce inflammation, optimize hormone signaling, and reactivate fat burning pathways, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of improved health and body composition. Consistency is key. Integrating the secret food into multiple daily meals, maintaining hydration, moving the body regularly, and prioritizing restorative rest ensures that the body receives continuous support for metabolic repair. Small, steady improvements accumulate over weeks and months, allowing the body to transition naturally from fat storage to fat burning, while supporting digestive health, hormone balance, and energy optimization. The result is not just physical transformation, but also enhanced vitality, resilience, and a sense of well-being that extends beyond aesthetics. By understanding the synergy between nutrition, gut health, and lifestyle, it becomes clear that lasting fat loss and metabolic recovery are achievable. The secret food provides a foundation, but the broader framework of sleep, stress management, movement, and anti-inflammatory eating ensures that the body can fully capitalize on its benefits. Dr. Myhill's guidance highlights that true, sustainable change is a holistic process, requiring attention to all interconnected systems rather than isolated interventions. By harnessing the synergy of nutrition, gut health, and lifestyle, your body can finally reclaim energy, burn stubborn fat, and restore long-term vitality.